And welcome to the Coach's Corner post-game show. I'm Coach Dick Cox, joined by Alan Knight. Well, Alan, your first chance, I know you've watched all the games on TV, your first chance to see this year's Hornets team in person. What do you think?
Love them. Great shooting, scoring, a well-balanced chemistry this year. I've seen, of course, watching it at home and being here tonight. I'm really liking the lineups that Coach Clifford is putting out there on the floor. And his first five and his second five, especially the second five coming off the bench tonight, scoring a lot of points that kept the Hornets in the game tonight.
I think the second five is better than a lot of teams in the NBA's first five. And it seems like that if they're either got the lead or maybe down, this team just really gives them a lift and builds on it when they come in the game. And usually you can see them start to filter in with around 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and they'll start to play most of the second quarter up until about halfway point though. But again, I'm talking about the Jeremy and Jeremy show and Cody and that crowd coming off the bench. They really give this team a lift night in and out.
They sure did tonight. It was real good to look to see Cody Seller play 21 minutes. Jeremy Lim ended up with 13 points tonight. He was one of the biggies that come off the bench and helped them a whole lot tonight.
And the thing about it is, a lot of these guys, when you look at it, you're going to see the Jeremy and Jeremy show that will put up the points for you. Jeremy Lin did not have a big game scoring tonight, I think, with only 5 points, but he did come in and pick up 3 or 4 assists right there. He ran the offense well, did a good job of playing defense in the pick and roll. Cody Zeller comes in tonight, blocks several shots tonight, will give you those hustle points running up and down the floor, plays good defense. So, again, those guys are doing a great job.
And tonight was the Batum night. He had a season high 33 points, which is his 3rd consecutive game with a season high in points after his first 30-point performance since the 16th of 2012 versus Houston.
And it was kind of interesting too that I had a chance to talk with him after the game and ask him how big of an advantage was it for you knowing these guys, this was your former team, playing against them, knowing what they like to do at the end of the game situations, and he just kind of smiled and said it was a big help for him because he knew what plays they were running, he knew what their favorite spots were and all. It helped him a lot. He said, this is the NBA though, these things happen though. But I'm sure, he kind of played it down. The question was asked, any extra incentive tonight playing against your former team? And he said, no, there's no hard feelings being traded and all like that, but I'm sure he really wanted to show them, he had played in the shadows of some other guys there, when he is now a feature player for us, what he can do in a feature role.
That's correct, and he showed it tonight with his 33 points. So the Hornets are 4-0 when they're scoring 100 points or more in a game.
And again, the thing with him too, going back to, was that he had 33 points, but he also finished with 6 assists and had, I think, 5 rebounds too. So he's getting it done in a lot of different ways. But it was also good tonight to see that Big Al's had an up and down year this year. There's been some games where we've had to put an APB out on him because he's been missing. But tonight he comes in and gets the ball, shoots it well, has 29 points, and is a big production tonight for the offense.
Yeah, the coach said during the post game that they're trying to work more to get him the ball on the inside, trying to make him a better presence than what they have been in the past, and it showed tonight.
Again, also Kemba Walker pitches in 14 points, like you said. Jeremy Lamb with 13 off the bench, though. But this Hornet team has 6 players averaging in double figures.
Yes, and they're talking about Al Jefferson. He was 13 of 17, which is 77% from the field.
So, again, the Hornets are getting ready to start a stretch where I think they have, between now and the first of the year, they got 17 home games. So they
just have
17 home games between now and January the 1st. That they've got 17 home games. They're getting ready to start a stretch where they're going to play 9 games at home over the next couple of weeks. They go to Chicago and play on Tuesday night.
They go to New York.
I'm sorry, they played Chicago last week there. But they're going to be playing 17 home games the month of November and December here in Time Warner Arena. They've really got a chance over the next couple of months and the next couple of weeks, as they got back to 500 tonight, to really build and start working on that record.
Yes, they do, and I was looking at the schedule. They've got a good chance to probably win out of those 7 games, because they've got some teams coming in here that are struggling across the NBA. So it's going to be looking good for the Hornets this next 9 games.
So again, they will be playing some teams that Brooklyn will be in here Wednesday night. Brooklyn, I think, struggled a little bit though. Now they do have a tough one the day after Thanksgiving next week, when our evil friend, non-friend, not LeBron and company come in. That should be a packed house though. But they've got some interesting games coming up on the schedule though. But after a slow start, starting out 0-3, this team is starting to play together. Has good chemistry on the floor and in the locker room too.
They do. They're a fun team to watch. I mean, they've won some games from coming from behind. Like you said, the chemistry in the locker room, they were having a fit over the Patriots game today in the locker room, and they were just, I love to just go in there and watch them pick at each other. It's fun. I love it.
I take it Big Al was a Patriot fan, because he was giving them fits when the Patriots kicked the field goal on the final play to win that game. So I think a lot of them, like me, were pulling for the Patriots to lose. But Big Al was saying, don't count Tom Brady out, though. But it's kind of fun when a professional team pulling for another one.
It is. And tonight they had all the mascots from various teams out having some fun tonight, getting the crowd into it. It was a very festive evening.
So again, don't know how many. This may have been their last Sunday night game at home this year. They played 2, and they're actually 2-0 on Sunday nights here in Charlotte. Works out good because the Panthers were on the road today and picked up their 9th win to go 9-0 though. But things are looking good for both Charlotte teams in the season right now.
It really does look good, and I'm looking forward to watching some more Hornets as they play throughout this season. I don't want to pull the gun yet, but they could be contenders in the postseason.
I think they've got a great chance to go, and at least they've been to the playoffs a couple times in the last 5-6 years, something like that though, but they've never won a playoff game here. I think they've got a chance to make it to the playoffs and actually win some playoff games.
I believe so too. I know we were here in 2010 when Orlando Magic come in and swept them. I'd love to see this place, the roof be blown off of it with a win. That would be great for the organization.
And then in their next playoff appearance, they unfortunately drew the Miami Heat and had them come in here and got swept in that series also, though. But I think this is probably the most talent that Charlotte has had, I think, since we've been following it all right there, though. And again, I like the makeup of the team because this team is deep. In the past, we used to scratch our head and say, oh, Lord, when they put the subs in, you know, how many times did we sit there and start getting our hopes up that when the Hornets got off to a good start, they were going to win before they put the bench in, and then they put the bench in and went to pot. But now when we put the bench in, then I'd almost rather see them play sometimes.
I am too. I was trying to think. Look here, bench tonight gave them, where is the bench scores? I don't have it listed on here.
Okay, the bench right now gave them, I think, 21 points off the bench. Did not get the scoring as much as they have gotten out of the bench right there. From the pure standpoint that your starters, Bateen with 33, Al Jefferson with 29, Kimball with 14, they did not get anywhere near the shots they usually do.
No, they didn't. But still, 106 to 94 is a good score.
Had a big scare because the Hornets did lead by 29 at one point and saw that lead dwindle all the way down to 6 with about 4 minutes to go in the game. And Nick Batum comes in and scores 7 straight points against his former teammate and kind of took charge of things and made it safe again.
And they went away with the win.
So a happy story here tonight from Time Warner Arena. The Hornets come in and get a 106-94 win, and Portland's only trip this year, though. They do go back on the road and will take on the New York Knicks. And what a ball game we had with the Knicks here last Wednesday night.
Yeah, it was a real good game. I mean, you saw a barn burner with the layup by Cody Zeller to win it, and then, of course, the last-minute desperation shot for the 3, which was called off because the ball was still in his hands.
And thank goodness filmed it live because it did not leave his hand on that, though. So again, the Hornets have a big week this week that they will play at home on Wednesday against the Brooklyn and then we'll get our first look at the 76ers. So Jakeem Okafor from Duke brings his team in here, and also the 76ers come to town on Friday, though. So the Hornets are playing well. Good report. He's Alan Knight. I'm the coach, Dick Cox, with a happy report. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, because guess what? Tomorrow starts a new weekday on Monday, a new work week. So we'll see you later on in the week. Until then, goodbye, everybody.